Hey everyone, good morning. Good morning. This is Natasha Young at the Young Hollywood Blast. We are live on Twitter Spaces and we are also simulcasting on HAPS. From HAPS, we are able to broadcast out to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So we are live. If you want to join us to share your crowdfunding campaign, which is within the independent entertainment field, please feel free to join us. What I'm going to be doing now is doing a present screen so everyone can see what the HAPS and what the Twitter Spaces invite looks like. Let me see if I can find that. Oh, it only does that. Okay, so we'll hang on for that. Right now, if you want to join us on our Twitter Spaces, that is where you'll be able to communicate with us via audio. If you want to just listen and hang out, then just watch the broadcast from our simulcast. But if you want to talk with us, you need to join us on Twitter Spaces. The link is in the comments on our HAPS broadcast, and you can find it there. You can also find the Twitter Spaces link on our Twitter page for Crowdfund Monday. So I'm going to share that to the screen for our HAPS viewers and make sure that you guys can see that. And there's something still presenting that I'm going to make sure is coming off the screen here. Oh, that. Okay. Great. So yeah, right now I'm hanging out by myself inside the Twitter Spaces. So if you want to come here and come and chat with us, you are more than welcome. This usually works best when there's other people here besides me talking, because I'm going to be honest, I'm not like a major talk show person. I'm just the owner of oh man, I hope this is still recording. My app block on my phone decided to kick in the middle of this Twitter Spaces, so hopefully that didn't shut things down. It didn't. Okay, great. We had so many problems last week, technical errors. So fingers crossed, nothing will happen. If for any reason the Twitter Spaces conks out in the middle of the broadcast, just go ahead and go to our Twitter page, which is again at Crowdfund Monday. I have it up on the screen for our simulcast viewers. And I'm just going to ask anybody who's watching to go ahead and please share this broadcast with all your friends, anybody who is crowdfunding, definitely within the independent entertainment community. And what I'm going to do right now is add, excuse me, to our carousel at Twitter Spaces some information that should help anybody that's joining our broadcast know what to do. So let's see how I do that again. I'm still learning about how Twitter Spaces works. Let's see. Well, first that's to share it. Let me delete that. Oh, I have to go over here. So let me find it. So I did some homework over the weekend. I'm really excited. And I'm going to share this on screen with you guys soon. But let me show the audience here on our simulcast what it looks like when you go over to our Twitter page and see that our space is happening. So again, Twitter Spaces is a new sort of social audio feature that's part of Twitter. And just making that big on the screen here for our viewers. So this social audio feature will allow anybody who's following us on Twitter to tune in, listen, become a speaker, and if invited, they could become a co-host. So there's a lot of really cool features with this, and it's like having a podcast, because when you do join the broadcast and you do speak, this is recorded. It is being recorded, as I mentioned, to our simulcast, but it is being recorded on Twitter Spaces. So when we have future media to put out for our audience at the Young Hollywood Blast, then we'll share that with them. And we have subscribers and a newsletter and all of that stuff. So we're like an independent media, I guess, organization. And of course, my phone's ringing during the middle of the broadcast. So hang on one second, folks. All right, that's always so fun. So fun when the phone starts ringing during broadcast, right? I forgot to turn my ringer to off, and I'm actually not sure whether I can do that on my phone, turn the ringer off while I'm using Twitter Spaces. That's actually a question I need to answer for myself. If anybody knows the answer, I'd be very excited to know what that answer is. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm adding a tweet that we just created over the weekend to our spaces. So let me stop sharing the screen for a second. And I'm gonna. It's a lot of like octopus hands at the back here. It's just a lot happening all at once. But we're making it happen. Yeah. Okay, so I got to do a few retweets to let people know, first of all, that this is happening. Yay. And then I'm going to switch over to my Crowdfund Monday Twitter Spaces to make sure that's being shared out too. Make sure people know that we're live. Okay, I'll just show it this way, and then let me share this to the carousel real quick. So that's at the top of the carousel. And then the next thing I want to share is, I think that's it. I think that's all I want to share to the carousel for right now. So, yeah, if you are listening live, and you can see in our Twitter spaces, and this is what I'm going to share to the screen for everybody here on HAPS. And I have to head back over to our HAPS comments. Anybody that's joining live on HAPS for our simulcast, thank you so much for watching. This is Crowdfund Monday. Natasha Young here at the Young Hollywood Blast. We are live on Twitter Spaces, and I'm going to remind you there to get the link from our comments. It's in the comments section. But right now, I'm going to show on screen something that we created over this weekend to help everyone know what Crowdfund Monday is. This is I think the hardest part is just getting people to know, what is Crowdfund Monday about? How does this all work? So we've got an easy new guide that we've made into a Twitter moment. And on Twitter, you can see that it's right here. You just click on this moment right there, and it will open up and go through how Crowdfund Monday works. And I'm actually going to walk through it. Since we don't have anybody live with us yet, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And after that, I'm going to be checking the feed to see who is tweeted with our hashtag Crowdfund Monday and wants to be promoted to our audience. Again, this audience is not only live, but this is going to be broadcast to our ongoing audience. So it'll be available to them. So anyway, I'm going to head back over to check the comments on HAPS. I said I would do that and see what's going on, and see what's going on. Okay, great. Yay. We've got Z Wolf, a Yamcha story in the house. Thank you so much for joining us. Z Wolf, a Yamcha story is in Montreal. Z Wolf, if you want to join into the Twitter Spaces conversation, just click the link. You might be working, so I do understand that. But if you want to, you can, and you can become a speaker there. What I'm trying to do is really get everyone that wants to speak into the Twitter Spaces so that we can use that. But I'm going to present your hello on screen for our viewers. Thank you so much for joining us. Z Wolf, a Yamcha story is a project that was funded this year on Crowdfund Monday. They had a campaign going, and they can definitely talk more about their project. I always enjoy hearing Z Wolf talk about their project. So hopefully you will join us there. I'm just going to read through these different. Okay, it says you're on both. Okay, so yeah, this is the strange thing for me still about Twitter Spaces is I can't see everyone that is in this broadcast. All I see is myself right now, and I'm not sure why that is. I'm not sure whether it like starts showing me that people are there after it reaches like a certain amount, or what that is. I'm going to need to ask my Twitter Spaces experts. And Yeah, I'm doing too many things at once, and I'm responding to these comments now on Haps. That's what I'm doing when I'm quiet. So, okay, great. So I got it. Zwolf is on the desktop and will be commenting on Haps. You're more than welcome to do that. And we so thank you for joining all of us so regularly. It's just awesome to have you here. Just responding to all these comments. Yes, we are award-winning independent media. Yes, we are. The Young Hollywood Blast, if you're curious, you can check more about us on our Buy Me a Coffee page. The link is on our Haps, in our Haps bio. And it's also in our bio for Twitter. We're at YHB News. So yeah, we are very much a Twitter oriented sort of business. We started on Twitter, and that's kind of like where we've grown from. So definitely, if you want to learn more about what the Young Hollywood Blast is doing, come check out our Buy Me a Coffee page, buymeacoffee.com /YHB News. And that will also help us continue doing what we do. I'm just putting that up on the screen in the bottom right corner for you guys to check out when you can, and I'll add the link a little bit later to the Haps broadcast. Okay, it says that I went mute. No, I'm here. Yes, there we go. I'm here. No join option. Oh, thank you. And Zwolf just made another wonderful plug for us. We appreciate that. We have a newsletter. Yes, please do sign up. We do have interesting articles. And the thing is, you have written all of them. The audience creates these. And this has been an independent user-generated newsletter for the last 10 years. This is our 10th year. This is the anniversary of our 10th year. I'm going to have to do like a special broadcast just for that from our YHB News. That's going to be really fun. I have to organize that still, but Crowdfund Monday is something that we do every Monday. It's really important to us that we're here for the community that is crowdfunding, so they can make sure they get their projects out there into the world. So let me just take down some of these things so you can see again on screen. This is how Crowdfund Monday works. This is our tweet that we have. It's actually a Twitter moment. So bookmark it and keep that handy so you know exactly what to do before Crowdfund Monday starts so you can get in on this. We did invite, we tried to reach out and invite people because sometimes people still don't know we're here. And, you know, it's always a process of getting the word out. So tell your friends we're here. You know, like this is happening. We do have, you know, a calendar, and that is also part of this Twitter moment. So the calendar, the Google Calendar, you can add that into your own calendar. So you'll know what's happening. You'll be updated when our calendar changes. If there's any days like holidays that are, then there's no broadcast, you'll be updated via that. So I'm going to click on the Twitter moment so you can see what it looks like on screen. This is for our Haps viewers and simulcast viewers. And oh, great. I'm just checking the comments on Haps. I didn't realize Instagram and Facebook just went down. Wow. Yikes. That's a lot, all at once. Well, they're connected, so it makes sense. Yes, if the world asks, this is Z Wolf. If the world asks where I was during the blackout, I will say I'm safe and sound with at Natasha Young. Yes, that's me at Natasha Young here on Haps and on Twitter. We're not down, thankfully, and thankfully this isn't having a technical glitch today. Amazing. So appreciative to have you here. Thank you. So yes, so we're back to this is what the new Twitter moment looks like. How to crowdfund Monday 2021. And 2022 is right around the corner, but we have the fall broadcast. Um, and just a heads up, we're going through November, and then we take December off. Okay, so if you have crowdfunding that you want to get publicized and get into our media feed that will be seen by our audience, even when we're on break, this would be the time. So if you have like this is just like my advice. And, people were asking, I'm going to show you guys in a second. We posed a question to our audience this week, and I'll answer that, but just skipping ahead a little bit. If it were me and I was planning to crowdfund in 3 months from now, I would come on Crowdfund Monday and start talking about it 3 months before you're ready to launch. That's just my little, plug for this awesome free resource that's here to all independent creators. So, hey, that's one thought, because we do have an audience that's already built in that we do broadcast this to. They'll see this in our newsletter, and they'll see it on all our channels. So just a thought, tell your friends. Okay, so this is our Twitter moment. This explains what Crowdfund Monday is. And you can read through this at your own leisure. I'm going to actually post the link to this moment in our HAPS broadcast. It talks about who we help. And, our feed has actually been pretty quiet this season, I have to say. Here's the link for our HAPS viewers to the Twitter moment. It's right there in the comments. But yeah, you are not limited by anything. We help everyone, but we really want to make sure that we elevate, especially campaigns that feature BIPOC audiences, women, features age diversity, disability, neurodiversity, gender identity, LGBTQIA. So these are all hashtags that we use to really let you know, hey, we are here and very focused on an inclusive space for crowdfunding in the independent entertainment field. Because what I have noticed over the last 10 years or so, there are people who really do understand how to use crowdfunding well, and then there may be people who are new to this space, and particularly from diverse and different backgrounds, who may not have as much access to media coverage about their campaigns. So we're here, but we're not limited to these groups. We're interested in helping all of indie entertainment. So that is it. And so if you have films, art, books, independent games development, it could be any form of entertainment for the creative economy, legitimate entertainment. and we're here to support you. So what I'm showing here on the screen now is how to participate in the show. And this goes for everybody that's listening. If you are listening now and you have a campaign, tweet your campaign and include hashtag Crowdfund Monday. Just tweet your campaign and include hashtag Crowdfund Monday. Now, if you aren't on Twitter, then I would suggest you create an account. That's what I would suggest, because it is still happening. Twitter is a platform with a lot of users. I don't know exactly how many, but I know it's into the billions, maybe. Who has a number? I should probably find out. But yeah, the broadcast got a little bit. We're having a little bit of a blurry vision there, so I'm gonna take that off the screen for a second and add it back once our internet connection gets a bit more stable for our viewers on the feed, on the simulcast. Let me try it again. Let's switch that in there. Yeah, it's still blurry. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, billions is a fair assessment, I would say too, Z Wolf. In the comments there, yes. So yeah, there's billions of potential people here on Twitter, and this show and community has been around for 10 years. We've helped so many campaigns over the years, and I keep saying, hey, I need to like organize all that data. I'm in the process right now of actually making a guide to outline some of this stuff, outline how this works, make it easier for everyone to find these details, because I think that's part of it. It's just a bit of a challenge sometimes, finding all the stuff that I have floating around. But yeah, how to participate in this new show for fall 2021. Tweet your campaign and include our hashtag Crowdfund Monday. That's it. Yeah, no worries, Z Wolf. We'll see you when you get back. Now, if you come on to the Twitter Spaces, we want you to request to be a speaker. And then when you are invited on, we want you to share our Twitter Spaces with your audience so that they know that you're here. And then, let me put that back on screen. Okay, it's back. So I'm just showing everyone on our simulcast the same info. When you come on the broadcast, we want you to tag the other hosts / speakers, because that's the nice thing to do. We want to give a shout out to anybody in our community who's joining us live. And then also tag our associated profiles in your tweet. Our associated profiles are at Crowdfund Monday, YHB News, and Natasha Young. So those are all of our associated profiles with this broadcast. And this is all on a tweet. This is our Twitter moment. If you're inside the Twitter Spaces, just go to the top and there's the tweet carousel at the top. Click on that and you'll see this info is all inside that Twitter moment. It's a very rich, enriching Twitter moment. And if you want to get to this Twitter moment from your desktop, if you're watching live on our simulcast, it's in the comments on HAPS. And if you aren't on HAPS, I would suggest joining there too. It's a very fun community. I think it's a great space for indie entertainment creators. So definitely check it out. For everybody that's joining live, for our simulcast. I see you coming in. Thank you so much for joining. This is Natasha Young at the Young Hollywood Blast. We are hosting our weekly broadcast that we do for our community, Crowdfund Monday, where we share their campaigns live on screen, um, and talk with them if they show up. So we're going to check this out because we've been broadcasting now. We had a few problems last week, honestly. I mean, there was a lot of technical stuff that happened. That was really some frightening technical stuff. It just kept not working. It was really interesting, but we got through it, and I want to thank DKEJ, that's Dekej Media, DKEJ Media. You can find them on Twitter. Just a shout out to Dekej Media for being a co host last week during an amazingly difficult technical kerfuffle that was going on, like ongoing for like 2 hours. And we managed to get like half an hour recorded, which was gold. It was a golden 30 minutes. So you can go back and see that broadcast on our HAPS page. We will be sending out, I think, a summary sort of like newsletter to our audience at YHB News about how this big experiment is going. But it's fun, and we're hoping we're going to be able to talk with more of you as time goes on. But quite honestly, this is great practice for us, being able to see how this all works. So just want to remind everyone that's watching live, we do have over 136 live viewers from our simulcast that we can see, and there's probably tons more we can't see. We are live on Twitter Spaces, and you can find the link to that in our comments for HAPS. All right, guys, I'm going to take a quick pause to just take a sip of water. This is very thirsty work, and just a reminder that you can, if you are interested in supporting the growth of our little independent media startup, you can buy us a coffee, and literally for $5 you can start getting some of the benefits of being part of our amazing community as well. So go check that out on our excuse me, buy me a coffee. I'm gonna type in the link, take a short break to actually sip some coffee, and we'll be right back here in just a few minutes. And if you can tell everyone, if you're watching, that we are on a short break, we're not gone, that'd be great. And thanks so much for everyone that's joining us on our simulcast on HAPS. We are broadcasting live right now to YouTube and Twitter. I believe our broadcast to Facebook failed because they're having some issues today. But we just took a short break to get some water and get some coffee. It's very, very thirsty work, hanging out here and talking. So we appreciate anything that you're able to contribute towards our Buy Me a Coffee campaign. This is something new that we've started. We're going to be talking more and more about this going forward at YHB News. It's just a space where if you appreciate what we're doing here for our community, you can show your support and still get the benefits of some of our membership qualities of things. So we're building out this campaign at the moment, but you can still contribute at any time, any amount that you really would like. But starting at $5, that can go towards helping with our production costs and overhead and all those little things that happen at a startup organization like our independent media company that is now in its 10th year, the Young Hollywood Blast. So happy to be here joining you on Monday, and we're going to get back to our Crowdfund Monday feed and see what's there. We have just invited again a film that we noticed over the weekend that we saw. Didn't get to do all the entire checking out of their campaign, but it looks interesting and it looks like it really fits with the type of campaigns that we want to make sure are getting a lot more visibility. So hopefully they'll join us, and then we can talk about their campaign with them live. If you are hoping to have your campaign announced live, this will be the time to start tweeting out your campaign with our hashtag Crowdfund Monday, because we are going to be checking that feed very shortly. And this is going to be seen, not just heard, but it's going to be seen by our audience at the Young Hollywood Blast. And I'm going to be broadcasting it live onto a screen that's being seen by people. I'm not beating the horse over the head with all these repetitive statements, but get on there, get to your typing hashtag Crowdfund Monday and put in your campaign. Now, we do have some people who are hanging out with us live, and we want to acknowledge them. Thank you, Z Wolf, for being here. I think that you had mentioned earlier up in the feed here on our comments that you are going to be working on a new campaign soon. That's amazing. So I'm going to present this on screen for everybody that's watching live so they can see it. And I'm actually going to take another sip of my wonderful coffee type beverage. It's actually water. Okay, it says, we're working on our new campaign soon. Just finished the rebranding and launch of the new website and content. Very exciting. Very exciting. Congratulations on that, Z Wolf, a Yamcha story. Like this is part of it, the rebranding and launch of the website. So this is like right up the alley of one of the questions actually our audience wants to know about this week. I'm going to go over to that question. I'm going to get that ready because I'm going to show it on screen for our viewers so they can see what I'm talking about. But I'm going to announce it on here. If you are listening, I want to thank you again for listening to this broadcast. This is Monday, October 4th, 2021. This is Crowdfund Monday, a crowdfunding chat for diverse indie creatives. And you can learn more about how this all works. There are links in the comments on our Haps feed, and just go to the pinned tweet on our Twitter page at Crowdfund Monday, and you will be able to scroll through that thread and find all the relevant information there. What I am going to be talking about here is this little poll that we sent out from YHB News to everyone. Let me show that on screen now. So it says here, we dedicate at least 30 minutes of our chat to answering your questions about crowdfunding in the creative economy. What do you want to know most? And the options here this week were campaign management hacks, marketing hacks, campaign planning hacks, and other. So by far, in a way, marketing hacks got the biggest vote. That's gone completely blurry for our viewers. Sorry about that. Let me reload that in a second and see if that'll come in more clear. But that was basically it. What do you want to know about most? So I'm gonna actually undo that retweet, and I'm gonna retweet it again so our audience sees that we're talking about it right now. What do you want to know about most? People said marketing hacks. So I did some thinking about what I could share with you guys. And given that this is a, let me speak up here. Given that this is a pretty, probably I need some more water. That's a good tip. Thank you, Z Wolf. Let me get another sip of water so I can project. See, this is why we need audience feedback live, so we know if you can hear us. Thank you so much for letting us know. Okay, getting my lungs ready to project my voice. Okay, here we go. Right. Is that better, Z Wolf? I hope so, because I'm really using like the full power of my lungs right now to get this voice out here. So yeah, we asked you guys last week, what would you like to know about? You said marketing hacks, and thanks, Seawolf. He says he can hear me now, so I think the lungs are working, and I might stop and sip some more water if I need to get some more power there. Started racking my brain. What should we share about marketing? What do I know about marketing? If you have a marketing hack and you would like to join us and speak live, you can join us now on our Twitter Spaces. Raise your hand to become a speaker. I'm actually going to check and see. It says that there are 0 listeners. I'm not quite sure. I don't know whether to believe it, because I've been told many times, people have said, hey, we're inside the actual Twitter Spaces, and I don't see them on the page. So if you're listening and I can't see you, I'm so sorry. But anyway, yeah. Okay, so sorry, I'm looking at a couple different screens, going into octopus mode, because I'm trying to find the marketing advice that we're going to talk about for a few minutes. We may not talk about it for half an hour, because I just don't think I have the lung strength by myself to do it. But I'm heading over to the comments and hats because I see somebody's joined us, an amazing HAPS community member, Heavenly Dew. Thank you so much for joining the broadcast live today. So exciting. And I know we had talked many months back. I'm just going to do an aside for Heavenly Dew. You had a campaign, I think. Do you still have a campaign? We're going through November. Let us know. It's just amazing to have you here. But we're gonna go back over here. If I don't see you guys commenting for a minute, I'm checking out another screen. But thank you again to our live viewers on HAPS watching our simulcast that's going to YouTube and Twitter. This is Crowdfund Monday. This is Natasha Young at the Young Hollywood Blast, and we are now going to be talking about our advice for the community. Again, our community asked us a question. I hope this is going to stop looking blurry on the screen. I don't know. I might, you know what I should do? I should save it as a screenshot because I learned this little hack from the amazing Decaj Media last week. So I better put that into practice. So let me do that real quick and see if I can put that up on screen. Amazing. How do I save this quickly though? Yeah, this is the part where having a co-host is where it's at. So if you're interested in being a co-host, just know there are benefits to being a co-host with Crowdfund Monday, and I'm going to be outlining those more clearly so people understand what those are. But you get to have your campaign talked about absolutely every time that you're a co-host. So that's always a plus. And that's going to be seen by our audience, and it's going to be saved in our media and sent out in our newsletters and all those good things. So definitely think about it. If you're interested, you can either post in the comments here on HAPS right now, or you can message us on Twitter at Crowdfund Monday. And let us know you're interested in being a co-host. But I'm going to make a more formal sort of announcement about that so people know. I'm trying to show you guys what this question is and save it as an image. I'm doing a ton of stuff that probably, if I had done this before the broadcast, it would have been a good thing. But hey, we do it as we do. Hang on 2 seconds, guys. I'm getting this. I am making this happen. This is happening. All right, anybody that's joining the broadcast, the silence is me trying to get a screenshot of our question for the week. This was our poll that we asked everyone. What do you want to know about most when it comes to crowdfunding? So let me finish this up. Do you like that? Okay, great. Nearly done. This is amazing. Nearly done. Okay, now I just need to save this and upload it to our HAPS. It's a lot of work back here. Just a reminder, if you want to support our independent media organization, you can always do that at any time. You don't need a reason, and you still get the benefits of being part of our membership community. Let me just finish up this up. This PC, yay. I'm on a PC. Nearly done. And saving it onto my desktop to make it the easiest possible thing. I'm doing great, if I might say so myself. And now I'm going to upload it so everyone can see what I'm talking about. And then next week, I'll make sure if we have a well, it's not next week, but our next broadcast. Next week, we are off the air. Just so you know, we are not going to be on the air on October 11th because we are observing the holiday. It is Indigenous Peoples Day, and we are observing that. So no broadcast for October 11th, but you can still tweet with our hashtag Crowdfund Monday, and we will be checking those out and retweeting on Twitter. So just a heads up. We'll make sure to let everybody know that again towards the end. Let me find this picture, get this uploaded, and hopefully get a sip of water too before I start talking again, because this is work. This is some serious work going on, folks. I'm amazed. I'm impressed with my abilities here. But hey, we got it. It's up. And hey, thank you everyone that's joining us live. We see over 167. How many viewers? Yeah, 167 live viewers. Thank you so much for joining us live. And what I'm going to do is after this section where we talk about the marketing hack, if you have a marketing hack that you would like to share, and you are not on the Twitter Spaces, I will invite you again to please come on over to Twitter and think about joining us live on our Twitter Spaces to talk with our audience. They will be able to hear it on this broadcast as well. The link is in the comments here on HAPS, and just scroll up and you will see the link to our Twitter Spaces. It's the first link. I didn't label it as Twitter Spaces, but that's what it is. Okay, so that's a call to invite you, if you have a marketing hack, to come and join us now. I'm going to take a 2-minute break to go sip some water, enjoy a little bit of coffee, and just remind you, if you do have a marketing hack that you would like to share with us, to come join us now on Twitter Spaces. The link is in the comments. We'll be back after this short break. Okay, we are back on HAPS and our live broadcast. We are back on our Twitter Spaces, and this is Crowdfund Monday, crowdfunding chat for diverse indie creatives. It is just past 11 a.m. Pacific time on October 4th, 2021. This is Natasha Young at the Young Hollywood Blast, and we are now discussing our marketing hacks for crowdfunding. We may not spend 30 minutes on this. The 30 minutes would include if there are people on here talking with us. And this week, our Twitter Spaces is a little light on the attendance. So that's fine. Just know that we are here, and actually I'm gonna, take note and start asking the audience whether 10 a.m. is really the time that they would like to meet on a Monday morning. Monday mornings are usually packed and full, and I don't know if this is actually gonna work. So I'm going to check back in with the audience and make sure 10 a.m. is actually what they want, because we do want to talk with you, not at you. The whole point of Twitter Spaces, the new social audio app that we're integrating with our live Crowdfund Monday live stream, is for us to engage and talk with you. So let's talk about these marketing hacks. I came up with like one marketing hack. And let's see what I came up with here. I have some notes I was pulling out of the old files here. We've been doing this for 10 years, and it's like trying to figure out, okay, what's the one thing? I was just literally glancing at it this morning. Marketing hack that I can share. Okay. Here is the marketing hack that I think is really, it seems like really basic, right? And it seems like, oh yeah, like that's just common sense. But I don't think it's fair to say that anything is common sense with crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is one of those things that I think from the outside, it can seem easier or appear to be easier than it actually is. And if you agree, and you're watching this live and you want to say, give a sort of indication that you agree, let me know. Just say yes in the comments. And but yeah, crowdfunding can seem easier than it actually is. So this is my marketing hack that I'm going to share for the day. And I see the comments here in HAPS. I'm going to get to that in a second. Thank you so much for everyone that's posting there. Marketing hack for today. I'm going to call this marketing hack number 1. And once that posts, I'm going to share it up on screen for our live stream viewers. Marketing hack 1 is to start building your social media accounts as early as possible. Okay, so I'm going to type that too. Start building your social media accounts as early as possible. All right. That went into the comments here on our live stream. I'm going to present that on screen as well. And Z-Wolf here in the comments agrees. Yes. I think the yes may be to the the fact that crowdfunding can seem easier than it actually is. And it may be also a yes to start building your social media accounts as early as possible. So, this is the thing that I think really overwhelms a lot of creators for several reasons. Okay. It's not that, you know, creators or creatives are lazy and they don't want to do their work, or they're they can't manage the business side of things, or whatever thing, whatever reason like you could come up with. um it's not any of those things. There's so Being creative, it's its own thing. Like, you are in a different part of your brain that you're using. And you don't necessarily have like the extra space to be like thinking about, oh, now I need to think marketing brain is a different part of your brain. And I know this because I'm also a creative, and I know when my marketing brain is turned on, sometimes my creative brain gets shut off. Sometimes I have to reintegrate them, because you do need creativity for marketing as well, right? Um, we have so many great comments here on the live stream. I'm going to get to those in a second. And actually, if nobody joins us on the Twitter Spaces to talk about it, I might start inviting up our live stream guests to talk about that over here. And I'll leave the mic on at our Twitter Spaces so you guys can hear that too. But yeah, start building those social media accounts as early as possible. I'm going to respond to the tweet that this is our marketing hack number 1. I'm going to post that on our Twitter account right now. So bear with me. Marketing hack number 1. Start building your social, I'm typing on my phone, media accounts as early as possible. And this is our amazing tip. This is a crowdfunding hack. Hack. Marketing. Typing all the interesting things. Marketing tip. What other hashtag could I put with that? I think that's good. So I'm sending that out. Oh, I should have put Twitter Spaces in there. Oh, well. Da-di-da. So that was our marketing hack number 1. Hey, thank you for everybody that's joining our live stream. This is Natasha Young at the Young Hollywood Blast. We are doing our Monday morning Crowdfund Monday crowdfunding chat for diverse indie creatives. We have a ton of great comments here on Haps. I'm going to get to from Heavenly Dew and from Z Wolf. If you would like to join us live and talk about your campaign, we're going to be broadcasting for perhaps another 30 minutes to 45 minutes. It just depends on how things go. But hop on in here. The link to our Twitter Spaces is in the comments on Haps. If you are listening, please share the Twitter Spaces to your Twitter friends, Twitter communities. And if you want to find our Twitter page for Crowdfund Monday, that's just twitter.com @crowdfundmonday. Again, this is just our initiative that we do for our community at the Young Hollywood Blast every Monday. But we invite the larger independent entertainment community globally to come join us and talk about it. So we just shared our first marketing hack today. Now, this means, getting back to that, start building your accounts as early as possible. I mean, the places where you think you're going to be connecting with your audience the most. So if you're no good at like one particular social media place, but that's where your audience is, then maybe you need to learn more about that social space. That's something. Definitely join the places where you feel comfortable as well, but just know you're trying to reach your audience. Okay. Now I can no longer ignore all these amazing comments coming in on the feed. So let's get to this. Let's get to all these comments here on HAPS. So Z Wolf says absolutely yes for this marketing hack, and I'm presenting that on screen. If there is no internet footprint, your campaign is really difficult. Yes. We might just have to invite you on to talk a little bit about that. Heavenly Dew concurs that the mailing list is critical. Mailing list. So not just your social footprint, but the mailing list. That's a whole other hack. She's taking it to the next level of hacks, and she has clients to prove it. Yes. Very true, said Z Wolf. He mentions there is still a telemarketing aspect to it. You can't just launch it and sleep on it. Oh, these are okay. So if you want to see some of this amazing commentary, you can join our amazing HAPS broadcast and see this in the comments. You may need an account to see everything. That's easy enough. In our pinned tweet today on Twitter, just scroll through until you see where it says we are simulcasting from HAPS. Click on the link there. It will take you to the simulcast. You can easily sign up, and then you can see all these comments from our amazing viewers and see what's going on here, because this is some serious gold right here. I'm going to post some of these comments up on the screen. Oh yes, Heavenly Dew says network, 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 and that's with double exclamation points, because it's that serious when you are crowdfunding. Networking is everything. Yes. And she wanted to share that with Z Wolf, a Yamcha story months ago. Yes, we have a live amazing commentary hopping off here. Yes. Oh, I have to share this. These marketing hacks are out of this world. Okay. So one thing that Heavenly Dew says is you can't just pop up and expect people to know you. Know, like, trust. That's with double exclamation points again, because that's what it's about. At the end of the day, crowdfunding is about, do I know you? Do I like you? Do I trust that you're going to do what you say you're going to do with this money? Because let's face it, crowdfunding, it's it's got this sort of like this space where people want to know that where they're going is in a good place. So absolutely. Oh, I love this comment. I have to share this. Heavenly Dew says, go back to kindergarten. Everything we needed to learn was taught in kindergarten. Yes, know, like, trust. We learned, this is for our American viewing audience. But I think that anybody who has a preschool or a young school experience knows that meeting people and learning how to get new friends, be caring, sharing, all of those things. We did learn them in kindergarten for sure. I love that. I'd love to talk with you guys more about what some of these comments mean to you. Um, but Z Wolf is off the chain here. He says he's going to go to the balcony. He's on the balcony, and we know what that means. If you don't know Z Wolf, he will get on that balcony and he will start screaming all these comments because they are lifting his spirits. Hey, everybody that's joining live, we see 199 live viewers. We want to thank each and every one of you who are watching on YouTube, on Twitter. We want to thank you for all the likes, for all the shares of this broadcast. We are talking with we're talking through the comments here on our HAPS feed. We want to thank Heavenly Dew and Z Wolf a Yamcha Story for hopping in here and sharing these amazing comments. We do not have any people in our Twitter spaces on this particular broadcast who have joined us, but we are simulcasting to Twitter spaces. It's a new thing here on Twitter that we're testing out this season. We want to make sure we're reaching the broadest, widest audience possible. And that's part of our goal here at Crowdfund Monday, is to get your crowdfunding seen by the widest audience possible who are interested in our mission. And you can see more about our mission. We have a tweet, a link to our Twitter moment that will tell you all about how that works. But you can scroll through the comments to find that. And it's pretty evident. I mean, we've got a lot of comments here now, but I think you should be able to see the one with the link. I may need to turn that into a bit.ly. I think I'll do that after this broadcast ends to make it easier for you guys to find it, because that's a lot of scrolling. I wouldn't want you guys to do that. So I will work on that for next time. Again, no broadcast is happening next week. We are taking Monday, October 11th to observe Indigenous Peoples Day. And so we will not be on the air for that. So we will be back the following week, and we do invite you to join us at that time. Yeah, we're gonna ask our audience here who's on HAPS, our people who are commenting in the comment spaces here on HAPS, if you would like to join us to talk about these marketing hacks for about like 10-15 minutes, if you have time. If you don't, that's totally cool. It's okay, because we're doing that. Let me see what they're saying. Yay, yes. And yay, yes. So we're going to do a little shout out for Heavenly Dew. Heavenly Dew says to please connect with her Twitter profile through her HAPS. If you're on HAPS and you're watching, you can go over and click on Heavenly Dew's profile and find her Twitter link there. Let's build up their accounts. Let's get their social media profiles built up, because they're here and they're participating in Crowdfund Monday. We want to help you meet those challenges with your marketing by encouraging all of the community to support each other. That's what Crowdfund Monday is really about. Okay, it's not just about getting on here and talking about your campaign and then, and then disappearing. As Z Wolf knows, he's been hanging out since spring, and we have talked about so many different aspects of the work that is being created, and our audience keeps being introduced to his work each time. So that could be your opportunity as well. This is open to everyone. So I'm going to encourage you again, if you see people that are talking about their campaigns and their different projects, and they need to build up their social accounts in order to get their crowdfunding going, let's help each other. That's part of the marketing hack that we are providing here together as a community. So Heavenly Dew, go get her with her Twitter profile. I'm going to present that again for our live viewers here. I know she said this at Moscow, but we're going to help you too. And Z-Wolf has a YouTube channel, and he has discovered that this is the place, that this is where he would like to build up his community. So please follow his YouTube account. It's youtube.com/ZWolfMovie. That's Z as in zebra, wolf as in like the animal, the wolf, and movie, all one word. Go follow that. youtube.com/ZWolfMovie. Okay. That is it. So we have some opportunities there to help our community. And thanks, guys. We got all the love happening in the comments here. And I'm just going to present this on screen. Yes. Yes, Z-Wolf is a fan of creativity, and I like to spread the word for everyone. Exactly. That is the spirit of Crowdfund Monday. That is what we want to share, and definitely put a ray of sunshine into everyone's day. The other thing that I need to add, I think I'm just reminding myself, I'm going to make a note, is to make some positive mindset cards here for our live stream, because we're really about positive mindset too. This is absolutely what it's about. That's an extra hack. That isn't even a marketing hack. That's just like an overall hack. Positive mindset is everything in crowdfunding, and I'm just going to add that in there. I am going to go ahead and ask Heavenly Dew and Z-Wolf if you'd like to come up and chat for about 10 minutes, and then I can, I'm going to let you guys just talk about these marketing hacks if you want, and talk about, I'm going to ask you about what you have coming up as well. So I'm going to send a little invite for either of you to come join, either both. And when they hop in here, I'm going to just kind of take myself into a little bit of a space where I can start getting ready to retweet hashtag Crowdfund Monday. If you have a campaign, we want to hear about it. But it looks like Z-Wolf is, but that's okay. Hey, it looks like Heavenly Dew is in the green room. What's going on? Happy Monday.
I was trying to turn my camera off. Tell me, what do you see?
I see
My floor?
in the green room. I see your hand. Yeah. I love it. You see me?
Welcome to live streaming. You're really, really small on my screen, but I definitely wanted to come up anyway and say hello.
Yay!
I didn't necessarily want to be on cam, but
yeah, I don't ever want to be on cam.
There I am. I'm sitting in I'm trying to get my little office together here.
Yay!
So
it looks great.
Thank you. I'm working on it, so I'm just gonna go dark for a second. But
okay.
Yes, I actually fell into crowdfunding per se with a client that I was working on with some other challenges that they were having in their business. So basically, I labeled their section of my business the business behind the art,
Mm.
and helping them bring out, their best. We created some items. I won't give, all the details. We created some items that, led us into copywriting and trademarking and intellectual property and building up the social medias. And then saying, hey, well, how do we raise the funds for this? And going
Mm.
into that, we built, I built the infrastructure, put everything in this little place. I likened it to a chest of drawers. And this is what I want every aspiring whatever to get. There are so many moving parts that you can easily become overwhelmed. But when you put them in the mind of a chest of drawers, you have your socks in one drawer, you have your, undergarments in the next drawer, you have, your t-shirt, whatever. Everything should go in its proper drawer.
Mm.
You may not need it now, but trust me, you have to build it up. And if you just collect and put it everywhere, you will be overwhelmed. So the first hack is organize yourself.
Ooh.
Don't be overwhelmed, be organized.
Okay. Let's get that. And I just want to ask, Heavenly Dew, did you share this out so your community knows that you're on here today?
I did it and it's okay. This is
Oh, well, I'd
this
love for you, if you can, I'd love for you to share this with your
I can.
audience if you can.
Haps is funny about, it's not like Periscope where we could, invite our followers and all of that. So the best I can do right now is really just like copy the link and put it on my
Oh,
page. But it's okay. That's why I said it's okay. We have the replay, the beauty of the replay.
yes,
And
we do.
and I will definitely, post it on my other social medias because I didn't even expect to have this
To be on,
conversation with you.
yes.
Yeah, but since we're here, let's just talk about it.
Yes.
The
So
first
we're
the first
so
hack again is organization.
okay. So I'm going to type that here. Marketing hacks from Heavenly Dew.
And I'm trying to get set up here, but I don't have any lip gloss on and all that good stuff that we like to have when we go live. So hey, it is what it is.
No, it's perfectly fine. You can see I'm never on screen. I just I just don't do it because it's just too much. It just does my brain like completely in. Sometimes, and I can't. But we are putting this marketing hack up here. This is a marketing hack from Heavenly Dew, who has joined us on our HAPS live stream. We want to thank her so much for stopping in. She's been a great friend to us at the Young Hollywood Blast since we started here in live streaming. We can't thank her enough for just jumping on here spontaneously. And she has shared this marketing hack for crowdfunders for our Crowdfund Monday community. The first step is to organize.
Mhm.
Organize. Mm,
Yes, indeed. And with the and then with the organization that way, it's almost like you're also creating an outline A, B, C, but under A you may have A1, A2, A3. You're going to build it up that same way, but with organization you also have to label what you're organizing. So that file name structure in naming your images, your videos, whatever project, your book, whatever it is, make sure that you're using easily identifiable labeling.
okay. So labeling, and as far as like what you're going to share, like marketing
Well,
wise.
no, now I'm actually, I'm trying to take it from the ground up,
Oh,
as they're building. Like, say for
okay.
instance, if I were to, just think about what you did, Natasha. You just didn't come up with Crowdfund Monday. You
No.
went through some levels and some layers. and I
Yes.
think a lot of people, because I watch the Kickstarters and I specifically watch the ones that fail, because there's always a lesson in failing. You can fail forward. You don't have to fall backwards. You can fail forward, meaning you learn the lesson. Why did this fail? Why didn't this work? And you go back and you correct those.
Yes.
So I believe when you give the foundation, which is what most people really want, give that's what's missing. If you don't have a solid foundation, you're kind of headed toward failure. You remember that old adage, plan your work and work your plan.
Yes.
You have to plan it. So I would say organize, label, and as you're building, all of these things, it's almost like a puzzle. All of the pieces slowly start to fit together. So some things that you may have, in your labeled organization that you don't need now, like say for instance that mailing list. That Let's go back to that mailing list.
Oh, yes.
Everyone hates the mailing list, but how will you communicate with people? Let's just take today. Facebook is gone. Instagram
Yes.
is, kind of like what's happening, and WhatsApp, all gone in a matter of seconds.
Because they're all the same company.
They are all the same company, absolutely. So if you were only building your platform on Facebook, you're kind of out of luck today. If
Yes.
all of your content is only on Facebook and you haven't saved it. So let me say something else. Save, 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 back up, back up, back up. It's
Wow.
critical. It's critical. You know, Let me try to wrap this up because I have a client call coming through. So I just sent them a message that I'm going to be a little delayed.
Oh,
But
thank you.
let me just give some few hacks, and I'm going to be as quick as possible. So
Yes.
organize, label, think of it as a chest of drawers. When you need it, open up that drawer, take out what you need. Do not be overwhelmed when you're done. Put it back, close it, go to the next drawer. Build it up slowly, but know that you will need that mailing list for your marketing promotions. You will need that mailing list for your inner circle. You will need that mailing list to announce to your inner circle. Inner circle is another hack. Have an inner circle. Those are the people that's closest to you, that love you the most, that know what you've been going through, that whenever you decide to launch this, whatever you're launching, they will be there. They are there. And that is also part of your network. Your inner circle is your first, what do they call that? Those are your foot soldiers. Those are the
Mm.
ones that will go out for you, promote for you, share your work, do all of that for you. So that's
Mm-hmm.
like you tell one, they tell one, and another, and it builds up. But in the meantime, go ahead and connect as many social medias as possible. That's what I like about Hats. Let's just give a shout out to Hats. You're
Yes.
you're able to multicast to
Mm.
all of your social medias, but don't just rely on Hats. Make sure
Mm.
that you have ownership of everything that you put out on this great internet. Make sure that you have it, because the internet has a lot of eyes watching and very few hands giving you likes and giving you loves. Let's just keep it real.
Mm.
So make sure you are in control of your intellectual property. And from there, you go to whatever crowdfunding source and you read. Don't just, rely on Kickstarter or Indiegogo. Read to find out what's going to be best for you. And before you hit that launch button, make sure that you have reviewed some people, you have supported some people, you have begun to network with some people that can give you some solid advice. And then take a leap of faith and just do it. Okay?
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you. This has been just an amazing treat, a joy. We've been speaking with Heavenly Dew. She is I have the label you had here, a content, crowdfunding content co-creator and management. Is that what you do?
I'm doing a lot of things. I'm actually a coach, but my business is growing because of the people that I work with. I
Yes.
basically work with whatever need they have. And if I don't have it, I try to network and connect with people that do, as well as educating and elevating myself to be of service. That's my main thing now, is to provide the service.
Yes. Well, what a
Okay.
service you have
So
provided. I know
there's,
you have to run.
all right, guys. Bye.
Thanks so much, Heavenly Dew. We're so grateful to have you here. Please go follow her on Haps. I'm going to make sure to post up all her uh, links and everything so you can connect with her if you'd like to work with her as well on your own projects. Um, that was a treat, and that is the amazing part of being part of Crowdfund Monday. You never know who's listening, who's watching, and what you can learn here from our community members. So that was Heavenly Dew, crowdfunding content co-creator and management. And you know, the main thing that I really took away from what she shared here in the hacks that we were discussing today about crowdfunding, she just took it to a completely elevated level of advice, and we appreciate that because that's the magic of having people who know what they're doing in this community, and they are all here. Everyone's all hanging out, ready to help at a moment's notice. Let's put her link up on the screen again. That was haps.tv heavenly dew, haps.tv /@ heavenly dew, DEW. So great. That's our hacks for today. What I'd like to do now is just shift ourselves into the final portion of this broadcast for today. Before we close out, what I love to do every week is do a retweet session with everyone and allow them to see what is going on. If you want to join us at any point, if you're on Twitter, if you have a Twitter account, this would be the time. If you have, uh, a campaign you're planning to launch soon, or if it's already launched, tweet your campaign with hashtag crowdfund Monday to join our sort of community retweet space. And again, for people who are, getting more familiar with what Crowdfund Monday is, I'm going to invite you to check out our Twitter moment that I am going to make a bit.ly for so that you guys can easily find that in the future. But it'll have all the details about how to participate in the show, what we do, who we help. All those details are in the Twitter moment. And to support our work here, you can help us out any point by visiting our Buy Me a Coffee page. And that is right over there to the right. It's buymeacoffee.com /YHB News. That's our organization. That's where we are being a independent media startup, and we've been helping our community for 10 years. This is our 10th anniversary year starting this month. It just started, and we're going to have a broadcast especially about that at the Young Hollywood Blast. So to get more information about that, I could suggest you connect up with our buymeacoffee.com page, and you can see all our updates there. And also, you can contribute at any time And if you're a HAPS broadcast viewer, you can also contribute to this broadcast very easily by giving it an award if you find this of value. And please do share this broadcast with your friends who may find this of value as well. And one last thing that I want to make sure you guys know, because Daniel from Z Wolf, a Yamcha Story, reminded everyone that we do have a news publication that goes out every Thursday. And this broadcast will most likely end up in there as well. So we want to invite you to subscribe to that. That link is news.theyounghollywoodblast.com. Again, news.theyounghollywoodblast.com. And you will find that on our main page on Twitter at YHB News. So you guys can connect there as well. Okay, so we are now going to do our retweet section. So if you have a campaign, if you have something you've been working on, this would be the time. Make sure that your campaign is out there. If you didn't manage to do this during the live broadcast, no worries. You can retweet, you can tweet this out all week long. And we encourage our entire community to support all those eligible campaigns in the independent entertainment community to retweet along with us all week long. So this is not just on Mondays. We do this all week. So I'm gonna find our hashtag now and see what is out there, and I'm going to talk about it live. So give us about 20 seconds. I'm going to drink some coffee. This has been a good little section, and we need a short break just for some coffee. And while we do that, I'll just put that up there. But we're going to do our retweets just ahead. Okay, we are back at our simulcast for HAPS for Crowdfund Monday. This is Natasha Young at the Young Hollywood Blast. I'm just going to come back over to the comments and see how many people we have. Over 246 live viewers. Amazing. Hi, we are back at Crowdfund Monday, crowdfunding chat for diverse indie creatives. We are broadcasting live from Twitter Spaces and simulcasting to HAPS, which is going to YouTube and Twitter today. Unfortunately, the Facebook broadcast failed because Facebook is failing today. Come on, stop failing, Facebook. But it is what it is. We've got two recordings that are going to be happening. One is going to be on Twitter, so you can watch the replay there for our live stream, and you can watch the replay on our YouTube channel as well. Again, this is Natasha Young at the Young Hollywood Blast for our Crowdfund Monday chat. We are getting into now on October 4th. We've got 15 minutes or so before our 12 o'clock hour, and we're going to start retweeting the campaigns that you guys have shared with hashtag Crowdfund Monday. We have it up on our screen for our live stream. And it looks amazing because we have people to share this week. People were listening. And this is actually one of our, I want to say, our longest time supporters, Indie Girl 66. We want to thank Indie Girl 66 for being such a strong supporter of Crowdfund Monday for all these years. We are so excited to see that there's something that is being shared here. It says, "We are getting there. If you're a Wilco fan, you will love. Take a look at the trailer. Whether you choose a reward, share, or talk about it in real life, it all counts." Thank you. Where are you, Jay Bennett? Okay, so this is for an event, it looks like. Help us with the sound mix and other essentials as we prepare for the film's world premiere on Jay's birthday in Chicago. So let's retweet that. And we will be retweeting these again. Crowdfund Monday is part of our like sort of network of Twitter accounts, and we dedicate all of those to this community on Mondays. So but also throughout the week. So when you tweet with hashtag Crowdfund Money, we encourage our entire community to retweet. And please go find our hashtag on Twitter and support these campaigns by either liking, retweeting, or going through and visiting the link and seeing what the campaign is about and seeing if it's something that you would like to support. And you can also support the creator by liking their social media accounts as well. That all helps. So anything you do here on the feed is going to help. So anyway, as I was saying, we kind of encourage our community to do that, but we put our own accounts into it. So we use our YHB News Twitter account. We use our Crowdfund Monday Twitter account. I use my personal account at Natasha Young, and I have another account called Young Social, which is especially for amplifying the creative economy. So we use a total of 4 accounts to help you to get your campaign out there in front of an audience. And hopefully if people see that from our 21,000, network of followers, sometimes people can latch into it and like to support it from there. But we encourage you to support each other by seeing each other's accounts and posts on the hashtag Crowdfund Monday feed and retweeting each other as well, because that's where the power really is. Okay. So I'm going to keep going, and we have Z-Wolf. This is the intro to Yamcha, and this is a new video. I cannot wait to watch this. Z-Wolf was part, again, of our community since the spring. He did, this is Daniel, the director. He did his campaign using Crowdfund Monday and was able to film the project over the summer. And now you can see the finished project here in this promo video on Twitter, and we have retweeted that, and we'll be retweeting that some more. So that will most likely appear in our publication later this week. So exciting to see that. And this jumped into the actual tweet. And go follow on Twitter. You can also follow on Haps if you are watching from Haps. Same account name. Let's keep going. Crowdfund Monday. That's our chat. This is actually what it looks like live as we're broadcasting from the Young Hollywood Blast in our live stream. So that is going there. And I've invited some people to come talk with us today. They weren't able to join, it seems, on the live. That's okay. We're going to be here again. And we will be checking out the time. I did see a comment earlier from Z Wolf saying that perhaps a different time may work a little better. But this is the marketing hack question that we asked. And we did that. We did that. This is our Twitter moment that we created, and we will be creating a bit.ly to make that easier for you guys to find. That has all the details on how Crowdfund Monday works in 2021. And Z Wolf has another post here about the new website, which we will retweet in a moment. We don't want to go two for two in a row. Let's do we like to spread those out. So if you notice that sometimes we don't retweet everything like immediately, especially if it's coming from the same creator, we like to space those out so our audience can see it at a different point in the week or a different point in the day. We have a new update, it looks like, from Dikej Media. So a new update on their Buy Me a Coffee. Join our creative community to gain access to exclusive posts and updates about the work that we are doing. And this is where you can go get more information. It says greetings from us. You can click through and look at their Buy Me a Coffee page. And Dikej Media is a wonderful resource. They are actually a strong part of the Crowdfund Monday community, and they do a lot of work with creatives on their marketing of all kinds. And they've also been helping me as a startup. So I definitely check that out and retweet. And these are just our promotional posts that we sent out. I'll just retweet those again. So again, you can join this feed, and that looks like everything that's up there for right now. If you want to get on here and be showcased live, I invite you again to use our hashtag every week. And you can use it throughout the week. But if you want to appear on our broadcast again, do that before we broadcast. So that is going to be it for our live stream. We have a total of 258 live viewers on our live stream. I want to thank every viewer that stopped by on Haps, YouTube, and Twitter today. And I want to thank everybody that listened on the Twitter Spaces. I may not have been able to see everyone, so I'm always saying thank you because I still am learning how Twitter Spaces works. And this is, again, this is recorded. It's recorded on our live stream channel, but we also record and download the audio from Twitter. And we may be rebroadcasting this as part of a podcast or some other media feed. So our audience at the Young Hollywood Blast can see more of that. So that is going to be basically it for this Monday, October 4th, 2021. We will be, again, not broadcasting next Monday because next Monday we are observing Indigenous Peoples Day, and there will be no live broadcast next Monday on Twitter Spaces or on our live stream. So I will invite you again to join at our Google Calendar to get updates of, our calendar and when we're going to be, what our schedule is and all those sort of things. That again is all inside the Twitter moment that I had posted. I'm going to include the link to the calendar. Actually, let me just post that down here right now if I can remember the bit.ly. It is in our Twitter moment, but let me see. These are the things I need to get set up in advance, but it's all good. See if this is right. I think this. Let me try this and see if this actually works, and then I'll post it inside our comments here. No, that's not correct. Maybe this? No. All right, let me actually find the real thing, and then that will probably help. I gotta find it because I do want to share with you the calendar so that you know what is coming up. And oh, here it is. Doop. I'm going to add it to the screen real quick for our sharing. Doop. Okay. Give me 2 seconds and I'm going to have this up on the screen. All right. And then you guys can see this. Calendar. Okay, here's our calendar. The calendar to add it is gonna be bit.ly CF Monday. That's part of it. And then I think, trying to decipher everything. I think calendar, and then this. Let's see if that works. It's like a mystery. I gotta set these things up. Is this not being found either? I should probably, oh, no, that's it. Okay, I found it. Okay, so it's bit.ly. I'm going to put this into the comments right now. Let's see if that works for our viewers. I hope that works. It's not coming up as a link. That's it. That's it right there. Bit.ly CF Monday dash calendar dash 2021. That's it. So that will, if you add that to your Google, that should tell you when we are going live and when we are updating our calendar. You'll be notified. Okay, so just add that into your Google Calendar to make sure you know when we're going live. We are going to be broadcasting through November, and then we will be taking the rest of the winter off. Winter months tend to be kind of quiet on the crowdfunding front, and that's why we do that. And then it will give us some time to hopefully get some more things organized, like our guide that we would like to write about how crowdfunding works, that we can share with everyone. It'll be easily downloadable and easy to read and review. And yeah, easy to find, because I think that's part of the challenge. So that's our calendar. We are not going to be broadcasting next Monday. That's it. Thanks to everyone who listened on Twitter Spaces. Thanks to everyone on HAPS and all our broadcasts. And we will see you again October the 18th. Is that right? Where's my calendar? Yes, October the 18th. Okay. See everybody on October the 18th. And have a great rest of your week.